Tungsten Tales here in Nottingham in association with Unicorn Darts, and today we're joined by Devon Petersen. Devon, how are you?
I'm very well. Yourself?
Yeah, very well. Let's start off. Congratulations on Q School.
Thank you very much.
You must be absolutely delighted.
Over the moon. It was probably the best return I could have had, coming back from injury and leaving on such short notice. I mean, just dropping everything and having obviously to go back and returning, winning, get my Q School, my tour card on the second day. What more can I say?
Let's stay with the injury. How is it feeling at the moment? Do you feel like you're back to almost 100%, or are you still getting?
I think I'm definitely at 100%. I think the one thing that I can take from all of the injury and everything is I feel like I'm throwing a lot better, and the confidence is a lot more, and everything just seems like it's been improved or heightened at least. So yeah, I'm really pleased to be back.
You mentioned your confidence there going forward for the rest of the year. I know we're only in February, but going forward for the rest of the year, do you feel like it can be a successful year for you?
I think in the first time I got my tour card, I was more of a fairy tale. First South African to ever get a pro tour card and all the things that can be from that as well. But now the second time, I think it's Devon Petersen without training wheel. So now I've kind of played on the tour for about 2 years, did what I could. And now just there's a bit more know-how in the whole of the tour card itself. So I'm really pleased and obviously joining back with Joe Cullen again and Jamie Lewis as well. It just feels like I'm back home.
You feel like you're back home now, but obviously before you, as we mentioned, you've had the injury problems, and last year you had obviously being in the final of the South African qualifiers for the World Championship. Was there ever a time you started to think this isn't quite going my way at the moment?
Not actually. I think the losing the Masters, the South African Masters, was more a wake-up call than anything else, because I approached it very confidently and thinking that I was going to win. I just could have, someone like me just turning up at the ball and just dancing on the floor, you know what I mean? So it's it was more a kick up the arse and really made me want it even more. And I think that was the reason why I got the tour card as well, because if I had to win, I would have been in the UK a lot longer. My preparation might not have been as solid as it was. So I'm really pleased that, I'm not pleased that I lost, but it's more the lesson of losing is what I'm pleased about.
A lot of the people that watch will know you for your dancing, obviously, but is that something you want to maybe step away from? Do you want to be more than just the Devon Petersen, the dancer, or how do you look at that?
I said that in the 2013 in the World Champs, that a lot of people, like the first time I danced, was just a silly trick that I did. Thought, well, just give it a go. And then it started catching on, but you know, as dart players, you want to be known as a dart player, not the dancer. Obviously, it's just another trick up my sleeve, which I can possibly do. But I think moving forward, I'll probably have to reassess how I approach it actually, because it's a nice tool to have or trick to have in the back pocket. But also it can also affect your game, because it takes you maybe 3 chucks to kind of settle down after doing the dance, which is not what you really need. I mean, you're really going there to do a job and not to act the fool.
Well, moving away from acting the fool, you mentioned earlier to me when we were talking that you're staying with Joe at the moment, but you're commuting between South Africa and here. What's that like?
Well, it's so far in the beginning, it's been hard. I mean, I'm more away from home than I am, and calling England my second home now. I'm here like 3 weeks. 3 weeks of the month, and I'm back at home for 1 week, and I have a business to run as well. So it is quite hard, but just juggling it and just, I think it's what needs to happen for me to achieve my goals that I've set, obviously for the PDC and me as a person. So I mean, with every goal that you set, you have to sacrifice some, but so I mean, that's probably going to be my sacrifice.
Well, top man, thank you very much for talking to me. There you go, Jamie Banks for Tungsten Tales in association with Unicorn Darts, keeping you at the sharp end of world darts.